People hate chat.
Wow, 10 months, very poggers. Thanks for popping this political pussy, daddy. Hi chat, can I get a pogo tomato time for the top of the hour? Get those free Prime subs going. People hey. Wide people happy, love you, Hasan and chat has. Four months, let's go. starting my journey down the leftist pipeline. Happy 9-month Annie-chat and Hasan Has. It's been a wonderful journey so far and I love you all. 3. People, hey chat, hope you're having a good day. We 7 months, let's go baby. I hope everyone out there is hanging in and finding the happy bits where they are and reminding yourself of the beautiful parts that truly make up who you are. Love you guys. Let's go. Thanks for a year of radicalization, Hassel. I chat happy Friday. If my sub was a baby, it would be due soon, Hassel. Please Alan, no stun locks today. Happy 9 months, Chadilly.
Waiting for Hasan. Gonna go watch some videos and just do a lot of commentary on his stream. It's all a meme. So now what are we waiting for? Waiting for Hasan. What will he do when he's live? Open up the casino, let the gambler in. It's time to sit. I bet we're gonna be sitting here waiting for Hasan. I used to come here for politics. Now I watch him game and yell at great names all day. God, how long have I been sitting here waiting for Hasan? Waiting for Hasan. Waiting for Hasan.
10 months, 90 day when logo.
What's going on, everybody? Hold on. I have a gigantic spider web in my hand. You can kind of see it. What the fuck? There's a spider that I guess decided to
Who are playing
connect
with AG word.
from the ceiling to my camera. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, okay, what's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We are live and alive. And I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one. It is 75 degrees and sunny here in California, Los Angeles, and it's Friday, July 16th, 11:07 a.m. I literally did not realize that it was Friday until just this moment. Oh my God.
Thank you for
oh my God, what is wrong with me? I actually did not realize that it was Friday. I got up just for no reason. I didn't even get up because it's our obligatory Friday moment.
It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday again, it's Saturday, Sunday, Let's go, let's go, what, hey, no, you did.
But he did. I know the friend here is in disbelief that Mufasa didn't do it. He says, no, you didn't.
Again to Murat,
but no,
go.
As a matter of fact, Mufasa did. Folks, it's Friday. It's the goddamn weekend, dude. For all you wage cucks who obviously work in retail, I'm sorry. I hope you are
you have done a lot
at least having a little bit of solace.
Betterment within ourselves.
That like you can go out on the weekend. But other than that, it's fucking Friday for most of us. Not for me, obviously, because I don't stop working. But Friday for most people.
16 months, thanks for the smoothing of my mind. Hassle.
I hope you guys are having a good one. Did you see Mel Gibson saluting President Donald Trump at the UFC 264? I saw a photo of it. And let me tell you something, folks. Good memes. I mean, Mel Gibson is not exactly known as a smart guy who is, you know, got great politics. Anyway, this is the part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news, like what's going on in my life. And let me tell you, not a lot, except I ended the broadcast early last night. I was a little tired. That was part of the reason why I ended the broadcast early. The other reason why I ended it early was because it's my brother's birthday this weekend. This is my brother's birthday weekend, and next week is my birthday. Next Sunday is gonna be my birthday. This Sunday is Murat's birthday. So he's a big birthday bitch. He loves that shit. He like brings up bad birthdays that he's had. My hair looks awful today. What? He's the type of dude. I'm the exact opposite. He's the type of dude who literally fucking talks about like his 25th birthday not being good. And when pushed on it, he'll say things like, dude, it's a quarter of a century. I'm like, dude, it's your 25th birthday. Like nobody cares. Okay? Like it's not even a relevant one. It's not like your fucking 30th birthday or your 21st birthday or 18th birthday was fucked up. Like you're crazy. How the fuck have you never seen Grease before last night? I've seen clips of Grease, like little bits and pieces of Grease. I've never watched it.
15 months. months.
But I can't even say I watched it last night. If we're being honest, like, I don't really feel like I watched it because I was just on my phone tweeting the entire time. It was very cool though. So we went to a dinner. It's called like the Melrose Open Air Cinema or something. That's what they call it. I don't want to give him too much of a plug, you know what I mean? Because they did make me and my mom wait outside for a little bit, even though we had a reservation. And
27 months strong brother.
And basically, you get dinner at EPLP and then it's upstairs. There's like a upstairs open air sit down theater. It's pretty cool. It's like a projector.
Hello, everybody.
I've never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Anyway. So we did that. We watched Grease. A lot of old folks in Grease. A lot of receding hairlines in high school. A lot of dudes that are 30 but look 40 but are portraying 17-year-olds. Very weird.
Where is Mufasa?
0 black people. Like, I think there was... I went... Jank also did a surprise visit for the birthday, but Jank said there was 1 black person and he was in the band. And that's it. Like, the closest... You know him? We know when people say, like, oh, dude, back in the day, Italians were treated like black folk. Like, the movie unironically treats the Italian cast as the POC. Like, just a crazy situation. Anyway.
Happy 9 months, Hasan. Yes, inbreedable and submissive. Thanks for putting a baby in me.
I have a news story for you. My friend was killed yesterday in Kenya in our efforts defending the Kiambu Forest against threats of deforestation. Where we talk about protecting the environment. Joe walk the walk. You talking about this means the world. We need to get people talking about this so the Kiambu Forest stays protected and our death isn't in vain. What the fuck? Joanna Stutchbury was killed yesterday in Kenya for her efforts of defending the Kiambu Forest against threats of deforestation. I'm sorry to hear that. Greece, but with all black people. Watch Fox News implode. If Greece was with all black people, the fucking dance routines would not be as stale. Oh my god, dude. Like, dude, there's people. What the fuck were people doing in the 70s, dude? They literally, this is a dance that they were doing, like, actually. And I say this as someone who can't fucking dance for shit, right? Like, I can't dance. Everybody makes fun of me for not being able to dance. Like, I'm terrible at dancing. Are you amazed that white culture has made it this far? Yeah, I mean, I'm pro cultural appropriation now, dude. Like, you can't be letting white people out there dance the way that they're doing, okay? You just can't. Let them appropriate, dude. You crazy?
Daycare gang.
It's really bad, dude. It's unacceptable. It was a 70s movie, but on 50s culture. Nothing gets white people more turnt than Grease. It was nostalgia for the 50s. People in the 70s could dance, but they thought people in the 50s sucked. So, the thing I don't understand, and maybe it's because I was like not really paying attention, but why the fuck do they fly off into the sunset in the end? And everyone's like, yeah, like, did they die in a car crash? Like, what happened?
What's good, Hasan?
Is that kind of a thing where it's just
combed my pants?
Like,
glad to be in chat on this
it's
Friday.
So weird, dude. It's so weird. Inexplicably, the entire movie is like as realistic as it gets for a fucking Broadway musical where, you know, you're just like spontaneously breaking into song and dance. But I don't understand why in the end, out of nowhere, like Absolutely out of nowhere, it's just like this car starts flying now, and everyone's like, "That's fucking sick."
Arjan, Peepo Pogo.
I just thought it was very weird. Ben Carlson compared getting vaccinated to having HIV. Dude, so many people are anti-vax, dude. We're talking about that today. We're going to be talking about that today. Shit is not good, folks. Okay, COVID deaths are on the rise again. And as you know how this works, it's exponential growth. It's not going to be like once it starts, it's like Pringles, dude. Once you pop, you can't stop. Do you understand? Yeah, I saw the solar system thread. It's so stupid.
It's Friday, yeah, it's Saturday, Sunday.
This thread is so insane, dude. I saw this thread earlier this morning. Like, dude, I think the propaganda with respect to like what's going on in Cuba, like Cuba on the ground, like things are terrible. Everyone hates the government, all this stuff. I swear to God, it's not good. Like they're not doing a good job.
Into a more eagle brother hassle.
Oh my God, this is a perfect tweet. They them pronouns are confusing. Why does the car start flying at the end of Greece? Yeah, it's so good, straight up.
It's my 2-month sub-adversary Hasan. I love you. Have a good stream, Pog.
There's a lot of anti-vaxxers out there, man. And like these aren't even full-blown anti-vaxxers, but I think they're like baby anti-vaxxers, right? Like they don't realize that they are getting duped into becoming anti-vax. They just think like, oh no, it's because this vaccine is new. It's like, yeah, that's how you become an anti-vaxxer. Like that's literally how people in the 90s were like, oh well, I don't want to vaccinate my kids, and then it dies down because no one fucking, there aren't like a million people with cerebral palsy out of nowhere because they got fucking vaccinated. And then whenever there's a new vaccine, it flares up again a little bit.
Half a year, let's go.
I mean, the authoritarianism of civil liberty suppression is real. It's the embargo discussion, but it's the embargo discussion is ridiculous. Yeah, I know. We'll get to that in a little bit. Hold on. You see the anti-vax protests in EU recently? The ending of Greece and the car flying is the crescendo. It's just portraying a magical moment. The problem is like a lot of people are skeptical of big pharma and skeptical of the government, which they should be, but it's misplaced on the wrong things. And that's one of the most devastating parts about this, is that like anti-vaxxers do such a good job of like redirecting your healthy and understandable skepticism of the government and also of like big corporations and how corrupt they are towards this like vector of idiocy. And it makes me so mad. It's like I want to tell everybody who reaches out to me about like vaccine hesitancy to be like, dude, I hate the government more than most of these other fucking freaks on Instagram who claim that they're like, you know, anti-vaxxers because they hate the government. It's like,
11 months
I don't even fully understand. I don't even fully understand like what the goal is for these anti-vaxxer accounts. Like I guess clout. Like it's got to be clout, right? I don't know. The problem is like we'll talk about it in a second. We'll get to it in a second. Anyway, as far as personal news goes, the end goal is to get a fat grift going and make money from their followers. Yeah, probably.
HasanAbi, how would you approach conversations with die-hard pro-lifer politicians?
We're gonna have to dive into anti-vax stuff again, dude. I was looking up the numbers, and I really thought we were doing a lot better. Like 70% of adults is good, but
fucking good.
America's vaccination numbers are not good, dude. We have like 50% is vaccinated of all people that need to get vaccinated now.
Hi chat, it's me John McAfee, please buy crypto.
And it's just very frustrating, dude. Yeah.
6 months pog shouts out
24-year-old nurse Olivia Gertie from Lafayette, Louisiana did die in fact at the hospital where she worked. Olivia had over the past year tweeted anti-vax information. She was buried today. Oh, good, dude.
It's been a long time.
I guess. Good, man. Seems great. Like, die of a totally fucking preventable thing, you absolute dumb fuck. Good job. Like, I don't know what to do about this. Like, I don't know. I have friends that are, you know, very healthy, and they're like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. It's like, dude, there's a multitude of different factors that go into whether it's incredibly devastating for you or not, right? Viral load being a very significant factor. Like, you might get lucky and not get a massive viral load. Okay. Another one is obviously your own personal health, but like another one is the variant that you're getting. There are more devastating variants. They genuinely believe the vaccines are unsafe and rushed. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. They felt that way like in the 90s about other vaccines that were coming out as well. The problem is the Delta variant comes from the Delta variant comes from having a population of unvaccinated people alongside vaccinated people. Like, it creates additional mutations when half the population is vaccinated, or we don't reach fast enough the number of people that are vaccinated to have herd immunity. Anyway, we'll get into that in a second. I'm just gonna tweet out that I'm live because I'm doing the news already. No more personal news, okay? And I'm live talking about mask mandates coming back and vaccine conspiracies. We're also covering more Cuba misinfo. Get in now. www.twitch.tv/HasanAbi. Okay. So
I baited you on something.
I haven't figured out the perfect way to like convince people that their fears are unfounded. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know how. I don't know how to describe it to people, right? You call me a dumb fuck because I don't want to be inoculated? Yes, it's very dumb, dude. You are. It is. It's very, very stupid. Especially because, like, it's stupid for you. And you might actually get COVID and be perfectly fine. But the reality is, like, one, you are contributing to variants and different mutations of the vaccine potentially spreading. You're significantly more likely to spread COVID to other people, and you are infinitely more likely to die from COVID or have long-term complications from COVID. And the dice roll analogy doesn't work for these people. I just want to be like, dude, you're rolling the dice, okay? If you're a rational person, you're rolling the dice on medicine, or you're rolling the dice on nature. And being a human being is literally about minimizing the dice roll on nature. That's like literally at the heart of why we exist or how we exist. We adapt and we create technology so we can literally survive nature. right? So when I see people who are like, nah, man, I'll just fucking take it on the chin, dude. Like, fuck it. Fuck COVID. Like, I got this. It's like, no, you don't, dude. You don't. You personally might, but a lot of people that feel the way that you do are not going to. And that's really fucking dumb. And I don't know how to, I just don't know. I don't know how to describe this process to people who just like refuse to hear me. And then they literally just go and go down this like deep, dark pit of misinformation and horrible people that just like literally keep pumping out like these awful images of people dying in hospitals because they got the COVID vaccine, according to whatever this fucking random Instagram account is.
Thanks for the 4 months, chat.
And some of these people aren't like full-blown anti-vaxxers, or they claim that they're not full-blown anti-vaxxers, but the reality is like
LETSGOOOOO 4 months, you're pretty
they
cool.
got vaccinated, right? They got vaccinated when that shit was mandated, and now they're just like, they got vaccinated when this shit was mandated, right? When they were children, and they didn't,
3
you
months,
know,
I love you, Hasan. Let's
they
go,
didn't
brother.
have the capacity to just be like, I don't want to fucking get this vaccine. But now they're like, oh, well, I'm just skeptical on this one. No, motherfucker. If you were an adult back then,
Just
when you were
click the
getting
face
your
line
other
on the screen
vaccines
to
to go to
watch it, just
school,
so you know
you
how
would have been
diverse your
skeptical of those
demographic
too.
evolves.
It's just that, like, you didn't know any better and you got vaccinated and you're fine. Like, life expectancy has increased as a consequence of these vaccines. You know what I mean? The vaccines from school use a different technology, though. Yeah, but you don't know what's in that. You don't know what the technology is, motherfucker. Are you a pharmacologist? No. Shut the fuck up. The point I'm trying to make is the mRNA vaccine technology is different. Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't realize you were a pharmacologist, you fucking idiot, dude. Can you imagine operating like this on any other field where you're just like, I'm sorry, I'm never going to travel by plane because I don't feel comfortable with the technology behind air travel.
Keep it up.
Like, you are a Luddite. I hope you understand that. Like, the way that you are behaving here is exactly like a Luddite, a person who is just like, no, they're right. It is a different technology. Okay? It is technically a different technology. But the point is, they don't know the previous technology either. And even if they understood at a like periphery even if they had a periphery understanding of the technology like I do, for example, the difference between the mRNA vaccine versus like previous vaccines that just give you like a small cell of the actual disease itself, the virus itself, it doesn't mean anything. Like it doesn't change anything. And the J&J one isn't an mRNA vaccine anyway. The mRNA vaccine, though, is better technology. But there are people who are, like, slapping on titles and taking advantage of people's interest in, like, immediately looking for authority figures that give them exactly what they want to hear. And people are like, I'm a doctor, and the mRNA spike proteins are actually poisonous to the body, and it will cause infertility. It's like, dude, you just made that up. Like, you're not, that's not a real thing, dude. Like, there's zero evidence for you to say that. It's so irresponsible, so dangerous for you to fucking just, like, you know, lie about this sort of shit.
Happy anniversary, Hasan.
The vaccine is proven to be toxic. It's not true. It's not true, and you're a fucking idiot. Like, Jesus Christ. Look at this. Look.
Has really screwed us.
This guy comes in here just to say fuck the vaccine. Don't be like this guy, okay? The vaccine is dangerous, you sheep. The vaccine is dangerous, you sheep. Yeah, dude, I know. It's not a normal vaccine. Even if you fucking Googled the differences between the mRNA vaccines and previous vaccines, you would still not be able to understand what it is. Where it oh my God, he's a Tom McDonald fan. Why am I Tom McDonald fan? Why am I even fucking wasting time with this idiot? Who turned those leftists into hogs? These aren't leftists, man. These are just like people who are. I mean, no leftist is like, I'm a fucking massive fan of Tom McDonald.
Anti-Vax before COVID realized she was following bad science and got her kids up to date on TDAP/MMR.
Guys, it's a joke. Of course I'm going to be fucking stunlocked. It's like literally what I do. Here, I'll change the title. Like, ultimately, I don't give a shit. Okay? At this point, I just don't give a shit. I'm a dog. It literally causes infertility. Okay. Got it. I'm just going to start banning idiots that are just literally spreading misinformation in here nonstop. The inventions of vaccines have literally caused human life expectancy to double. It's really silly to hate on the technology. Yeah, unless you're a fucking caveman, dude. The problem is, I fucking hate the government. I hate the way that our political process operates. I hate the things that the American government does. You are legit spreading misinformation, though. On what? Not FDA approved. It was emergency authorized. Where do you get your facts? I'm spreading misinformation. Martina Rose Gaming on the vaccine. I want to have one of these fucking baboons on, dude. You want to come on, Martina Rose Gaming? I really just want to take all of my fucking frustrations out on one of you dumb fuck idiots, dude. I'll give you a fucking platform.
It's like these chuds think this vaccine is going to go down like I Am Legend and it's the dumbest take in a long time.
These absolute dinguses think that an emergency authorization just means like, oh, there was no checks for this. Like, there were no checks for this whatsoever. They just kind of tossed the vaccine out on a fucking, they just put a dart on a wall and they were like, all right, this is our vaccine, I guess.
Do it.
First, the Papela D drama is reignited. Now you want to debate. I just get like so fucking frustrated, dude. I get so frustrated with these absolute idiots, dude, who are so certain. At least the people that I talk to behind the scenes that are like, I'm a little worried about this vaccine. Like, at least they don't have this like moronic approach where they're like, you fucking asshole, you're spreading misinformation. Come on, get into my fucking Discord and I'll have a conversation with you.
US, we love socialism and the distribution of wealth so long as it goes back to the wealthy. Pog. Can we get some quality healthcare?
So you can call people names, but you can't answer questions? What questions, you fucking idiot? Where am I getting my information from? Literally the fucking CDC, the FDA, and numerous other authorities who are significantly smarter than you and the dumbass Instagram accounts that you get your fucking information from. You're literally going to come on here and be like, oh, there was a nurse in fucking Louisiana that got the vaccine and now she has autism. Or there's a nurse in Indiana that got the vaccine and now she has cerebral palsy. Like, that's literally, I see it. I see it all the time. I look at the fucking main sources of misinformation. I know where you're getting your shit from, you dumb fuck. You are actually getting your information from random Instagram accounts and Facebook pages that literally traffic in misinformation. Or they pepper in actually extremely rare cases that are not even directly linked back to the vaccine,
okay,
and get coverage in like the New York Post or other right-wing reactionary trash papers about how, oh, this person got the vaccine and now he has boils on his skin. And it's like, we don't even fucking know if that's literally from the vaccine or not. You just, but it doesn't matter. It's enough for them to be like, it's enough for those people to just like put it on their put it on their Instagram page. Like they're not even adequately looking at the information. They're just because they have a narrative. You trust Dr. Fauci because he's flip-flopped multiple times about masks? What? It's not just Dr. Fauci. He's not the only one. Do you think Dr. Fauci is the god king of vaccinations? Like, how much of a fucking idiot are you? Get in the fucking Discord. Explain yourself, okay? Just go ahead. One, you're deflecting. Two, Dr. Fauci is not the god king of vaccinations, you dumb idiot. You think it's like one single individual sitting on top of like the National Institute of Health being like, it's time for the vaccine. Let's go. Everyone should take this vaccine. I'm Dr. Fauci. And everyone else is like, yes, sir. Yes, please. Like, it's literally a fucking international effort of scientists who have wasted their entire lives trying to fucking come up with these incredible solutions, okay, to nature destroying this planet so that baboons like you can turn around and be like, well, I just saw Instagram post. And I don't know. I don't know. Like, in an accumulative 100,000 years of studying this subject, okay? Hundreds of thousands of man hours going into fucking studying the subject for the course of like humanity, getting to the point that we're at with vaccine technology versus one fucking moron and an Instagram post. Who wins? Well, unfortunately, in the United States of America and in numerous parts of the world, the fucking moron with the Instagram post wins because you're too stupid. You're too stupid for your own good. It literally makes me into an authoritarian when I fucking hear people like this. Where is the person? Where did you guys put him in? Or put her in, sorry. Put her in a voice channel. Huh. Can one of the mods can one of the Discord mods pull her into a voice channel? God damn it. You guys are so fucking lame, by the way. Every single person that immediately tries to hop into a voice channel is the lamest person in America, okay? The moment that you know I'm looking at Discord, like, what do you think? I'm going to click on accident, I'm going to click on the voice channel, and you're going to have a crumb of a second of attention in the what do you call it, on the stream? Exactly no, viewer debates are not back. I just I'm sick and tired of these fucking people, man.
She got her first shot last week.
I'm gonna, yeah, I didn't want to watch this because it's 2 hours long, but holy shit, it's getting to a point where I literally have to just go through all of the reasons why this is so stupid. I have to wait 10 minutes. I think someone just made a fake account. Is this actually this person's account? My body, my choice, right? You're a baboon. No, it's not. It's not your body, your choice, okay? No. You should be forcibly inoculated 100%.
Fauci
You
didn't
are
put
too
the top
stupid
on
for your
wearing
own good.
masks. He
You
said don't
absolutely
hoard masks
should
so
be
hospitals
placed under a
could keep the supply line
conservatorship
going.
for a brief moment where we just forcibly inoculate you. Absolutely, dude. Oh, someone is like trying to get on the stream with a sock account then. Because someone is in my DMs with your name, Martina Rose Gaming. I'm just letting you know. Trying to have a conversation with me
Can't
in
wait
my
for
DMs.
another chill start to a chill steam. Pepe La.
I really do think some people are just too stupid, and if they die, they die. Like I've lost all manner of empathy for a lot of these fucking idiots, dude. Actually, the only issue is that like they don't just die; they spread it to other people before they die, and then they end up killing a bunch of people with them or giving them like long-term health complications. This is me. Whatever. Make excuses.
Hello,
Write in the
brother
fucking
Hank.
Twitch chat if it's you,
Turner.
you stupid fuck. Write in the Twitch chat that it's actually you in the Discord DMs. This is me. Writing it. Look at this fucking idiot, dude. Like,
For you.
oh, I have to wait 10 minutes. Can you force join me? I have to wait 10 minutes. This is me. Whatever, make excuses. Meanwhile, I'm trying to actually talk to the person in the fucking Twitch chat, and like they're literally not even
809
responding
months
there.
sub to this himbo. $10 months. Thanks for everything, hassle.
Call me on here. Okay, I'm gonna block you in a second if you don't respond. If that's actually you in the Discord, then respond via Twitch. Respond via Twitch chat right now. No, this person literally is like, yeah, because I moved here. Yeah, why the fuck would I have a random person on when like the person I'm talking to is literally not writing in here? Write in the fucking Twitch chat. Write in the fucking Twitch chat, and I will have you on.
Make them link their Twitch
Write in the
to their
Twitch chat that
Discord
it's you.
account.
Oh, she left chat? Go back into fucking Twitch chat and be like, no, that Discord DMing you is me, actually. To be fair, though, you are really
Shots.
a stupid person,
We
so this
firing.
could
Get
actually be you.
vaccinated or you'll be
Like,
expiring.
obviously, if this is your approach to the whole situation. She's on the phone and can't use Discord and Twitch at the same time. I know. That's why I'm saying type in the Twitch chat and then go back into Discord, and I will call you. I don't know why we can't let people not take the vaccine. It's their choice. Then it can be society's choice to not let them participate in it. We could just lock them in solitary confinement. Not solitary confinement, but I do think that we should have vaccine passports for people who have hesitancy. I do think that, like, it doesn't help that on this very platform, every morning there's a co-host on the Bubba the Love Sponge broadcast. There's a doctor and a lawyer named Dr. Dan Diaco who regularly espouses openly how against the vaccine he is. Oh, he can't. Oh, she can't hear me? She can't hear me, guys? You guys think she can't hear me because she's not in the Twitch chat? So explain to me how she answered and said, yeah, because I moved here, so no echo. If she couldn't hear me in the Twitch chat because she left Twitch chat, then why did she hear me and respond to me in the Discord then?
It's not a real account in the Discord. Let's move on.
Guys, I say I'm a himbo, but you have to understand, like, you have to understand, I'm not that fucking stupid, okay?
Happy
Like,
World
yeah,
Snake Day ever.
I know my limitations. I'm an idiot. I'm a himbo, but like, see? Hello? She's still responding. Hello, I left to join here to challenge you.
Yeah.
Not realizing that if you can hear what I'm saying, because I'm not writing in the fucking Discord chat, then you clearly can see the fucking stream and therefore write in the fucking stream. No, this person, vaccine passports are absurd. None of these motherfuckers want the smoke, dude. They don't. Here, you're blocked, by the way. You dumb fuck. Good troll, though. Good job. You did it.
Big kisses to you, Hasan.
Like, absolute idiots, dude. And you're blocked, too, you fucking idiot. I literally cried this morning. I saw COVID cases in San Francisco rising. We need vaccine passports. You're risking a lot pulling their live Discord chat up. I know. I know.
I am becoming the POG champion.
But you aren't having her on? Let her on. Permanently banned. 10-month subscriber. Do not unban that person. Mods. Why are you having her on?
Stunlock kick.
I don't understand. I'm too stupid to understand what's going on. Why are you not having her on, dude? That's you. I wonder why I'm not having her on. I tried to have her on. She refuses to come on. And another fucking fucking idiot is like portraying themselves as that person and trying to reach out to me. So that's why I'm not doing it. Anyway.
New JCS video the night Kaylee went missing.
Let's go.
And medical director for...
Here you go. Let's celebrate this fucking dumb, idiotic nurse who didn't get the vaccine and died, okay?
Joining us now to discuss, Dr. Joseph Cantor, who's the state health officer and medical director for Louisiana. Dr. Cantor, thanks for joining us. You heard in Miguel's piece from a doctor in northern Louisiana saying that 99% of the patients coming to the emergency department with COVID, 99% are unvaccinated. That squares with what we're seeing across the country. Right now, only about 36% of the entire state of Louisiana's population is...
If you talk shit in the chat, and I provide a very unique opportunity for you to be on the stream, which is something that 90% of the chat would love to experience, and you back the fuck out, you are the worst of the worst kind of coward. You do not deserve the right to speak in this stream ever again. You will get permanently banned. And I will not feel bad about it at all. You are the worst kind of troll. A cowardly one. A spineless little rat.
Is vaccinated. Governor John Bel Edwards, he's been very pro-vaccine from the beginning. Why are so many Louisianans not getting the shot?
Thanks, Jake. It's good to be with you. Governor Edwards has been very pro-vaccine and pro-science. We're very thankful for that. It's challenging, and our challenges are very similar to our neighbors, Arkansas and Mississippi. When you get into rural locations, particularly in the South, there's a lot of mistrust out there. And then there's a lot of misinformation and deliberate disinformation. And I'll tell you, it's really challenging. I was so happy to see the Surgeon General put out the advisory against misinformation today, because we feel it every day. People read things on social media.
This is how that shit works. Article raising possible link between COVID vaccine and a man's death. 15,000 shares. Follow up months later on the coroner ruling out the vaccine as a factor. 19 shares.
You're actually stupid.
That's how it works, boys. That's how it fucking works. And I bet that this story has been circulated to like 11,000 fucking fake anti-vax Instagram accounts. And it's contributing to all the people that you know turning into like anti-vaxxers. How about a 24-year-old with severe complications because he didn't get the vax? Zern got Delta variant. Are we going to get Skyward Storm stream today? Yeah, potentially. Absolutely low when you remove chat. This makes the experience, they make this experience pretty terrible. It's devastating when people fucking die, obviously, okay? And their families get very frustrated with the reality of coping with a relative that has passed away. but I do not have a single fucking ounce of sympathy for a person whose loved one is dead if they're going to weaponize that against those, against everyone else and spread fucking fake information about how the vaccine is killing people.
Then die.
No, I mean, I said that already, but it doesn't work that way. If the only thing that happened to anti-vaxxers is that they just like fucking quietly died or got like permanent lung damage from getting pneumonia and shit like that, then that'd be one thing. But there are layers of problems involved in not getting the fucking vaccine. Worst of it all for me, and this is like purely fucking selfish, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want to fucking wear a mask indoors, man. Okay? I hate that I have to go back to the fucking gym with a goddamn mask on. I hate it. I hate it. Fuck you. Get the fucking vaccine and stop spreading this shit, you dumb fucks. I am so insanely selfish. Like, I care more about not having to wear a fucking mask at the gym than anything else, dude. Seriously. There's obviously layers and layers of significantly worse complications that befall on the American population.
6 months.
But that is a uniquely... you know, that's a unique way that it impacts me personally, and I fucking hate it. You can still get the Delta variant when vaxxed. It's literally why you can still get the Delta variant when vaxxed. I know. The reason why I'm also additionally agitated is because this past week, I had like fucking 4 people I know get COVID. Luckily, I wasn't fucking around them. But they went to Vegas, and there was an unvaxxed person in the party, and they had the Delta variant, and they gave it to like 4 people in the group. It sucks. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it all around. I'm seeing it all around Los Angeles. The case, the new COVID case numbers doubled. And I know how this works. It's exponential growth. Vaccine doesn't prevent spreading. It fucking absolutely does, dude. Shut up.
Thank you for fighting.
Or at least
on this.
Our suspicion is that it does. It's not fully proven, but
he had just
why do you think new case rates went down? Despite the fact that we did a full reopen. There's not enough conclusive evidence at this moment beyond like what we can see with our own 2 eyes about like how do people think this happened? Okay, whenever people say this, hold on. I just want people to explain this to me, okay? So we're having like the exponential growth. January it like peaks again, okay? We have 255,966 new COVID cases, okay, a day in the United States of America. And then the vaccine gets introduced. It's not like we increased the lockdown measures between January and now. We opened up the economy. So how the fuck do you think this happened? How the fucking fuck do anti-vaxxers think this fucking happened, dude? I don't understand it. Like, literally, just think. Just fucking think, dude. Do you think it's magic? Do you think it's the wonderful... do you think it's because Joe Biden became the president, so, like, they started not reporting COVID? Or do you think... And by the way, if that's the case, why is that exact same thing happening in other countries where Joe Biden is not the president? Do you think other countries are also reporting alongside... they have a pro-Joe Biden agenda? Now let's look at this. Another sharp decline. That's crazy. Deaths around the same time. These are like the post-holiday season deaths, right? Post-holiday season deaths. 3,000 people are dying every fucking day because everyone went and saw their grandparents and fucking murdered them, okay? So what happens, you think? Why are people not dying anymore, you think? How is it that the death numbers have gone down to 200, 300 a day from 3,000 a day. How do you think this happened?
On you all.
To some extent, it's probably seasonality. Oh, dude, shit. I never thought about that,
Short
dude.
time,
Well,
so
I
long
mean,
time,
we
fam.
don't have, we have
Keep up
April
the work,
numbers
my
to
dude.
compare to April here. And it seems like last April, at the first Apex,
Hoggies.
we had 2,000 people dying. This April, we have 600 people dying. The 7-day average went down to 700. And that's, we didn't even have the fucking vaccine get implemented at that stage either. Like, it was just starting to fucking reach, like, the target populations. Just think, man. Just literally fucking think. Why? How is it happening? Arizona's governor says schools can't force unvaccinated students who were exposed to COVID-19 to quarantine. We're all gonna fucking die. And honestly, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't fucking care anymore. We're all gonna die horrible fucking deaths because of dumbasses. And I literally don't care anymore. I've given up. Only thing I care about now is the fucking ad break at the top of the hour. Because at the top of the fucking hour, there's a 60-second ad break. Okay? There is. There is, dude. I'm sorry. There is a 60-second ad break at the top of the fucking hour. And if you'd no longer like to see those ads, you can subscribe. If you don't want to get fucking COVID, or you can still get COVID, but at least like not die from COVID, you should get the vaccine. And if you want to watch the broadcast and have an ad-free broadcasting experience, then you can subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime.
10
Or you
sad
can use an
break.
ad blocker or a VPN. Here's the ad break now. 100% of the LA COVID patients that are hospitalized are unvaccinated. Every single fucking patient in an LA County run hospitals are currently unvaccinated.
You can sign up for a free vaccine by visiting the state's COVID-19 website.
Wait, what the fuck?
Reporter Sophie Fleck. More than 1,000 new COVID cases 5 days in a row.
Yeah, it comes as health officials monitor that Delta variant that's spreading across the state. Let's go back to Eyewitness News reporter Sophie.
Wait, so your friends got COVID because their friend wasn't vaccinated in Vegas? Yes. My friends who are vaccinated got Delta variant COVID. And the reason why they got it is because they were hanging out in Vegas with a person that was unvaccinated. Now, like, I want to blame them too. Because news reports says so, right? Dude, how do you live on this planet, dude? Like, where? What is real news then? Anything that just corresponds to your personal biases? Is that what it is?
Pogo.
All you want is just like literally for someone to baby you. Wits Dota says, oh, dude, what the fuck? Why do you have such a bad habit of calling other people who have a different opinion? Because I'm sorry, dude. This is not a place where I will baby you, okay? If you are honest, if you are genuine, and if you personally are like skeptical or hesitant and you're like worried, this is a new vaccine after all, like it's a new technology, and I keep seeing misinformation all the time. And when I'm talking about how this is misinformation, you still turn around and go, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, imagine believing in the fucking news, dude, you idiot. Well, then you're a fucking idiot, and I'm not going to baby you, okay? Like, if you're going to be condescending, delusional, brainwashed, egotistic, cucklord Andy. Oh, it's a XQC fan. Well, XQC thinks you should get vaccinated. Cucklord is such a XQC take. Like, XQC term. This, in many ways, is no different than, like, I'm a fucking breatharian, dude. And you're being such a fucking idiot. Like, why are you not letting me live my life, dude? I'm a breatharian, dude. I'm a breatharian, dude. Fuck you, dude. Like, I live off of the sunlight and fucking air, dude. Why are you calling me stupid for telling other people over and over again that, like, you...
Brother.
They have misrepresented both the virus and the vaccine, as well as the alternate anti-inflammatory treatments. They've also misrepresented the virus itself. Everyone thinks it's a viral pneumonia. It's not a pneumonia. It's a vascular endothelitis that causes the pneumonia, a subtle but crucial difference. Yeah, well, that subtle but crucial difference is the reason why some of these fucking hogs lose their shit, like when they read an email from Dr. Fauci that's talking about the difference between asymptomatic versus pre-symptomatic. Originally, they said it was asymptomatic, but it turns out it was actually technically pre-symptomatic. A distinction important for science, but not necessarily important for laymen to understand. There's functionally no difference between asymptomatic and pre-symptomatic from the eyes of the fucking average population. But when you fucking go through COVID and try to describe to people that science changes throughout time, and that science changes throughout time, and of course, like, this designation is not all that significantly different from one another for the average person, they literally go, well, I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm too scared. Why did your vaccinated friends got new variant if they're so protected? Because of dumb morons like you, and also because of, like, America's policies a little bit too. The Delta variant is a mutated variant that is more impactful. Unfortunately, it's more viral, and it can spread to people that also have the vaccine. But the vaccine doesn't protect you from getting COVID in 100%. The vaccine makes sure that you don't go to the fucking hospital. But even that could change because science changes. And the reason why science changes is because dumb fucks don't want to get the vaccine, and then new variants pop up, and then they end up becoming more deadly. Why are you such an egotistic, brainwashed Andy that believes everything news reporters say? Keep reading. Come on, boy. My time to shine. Yeah, dude. I'm sure you're going to go from 5,353 views to 5,400 views because you got fucking mentioned in my chat. God, so pathetic, dude. I do my own research, brother. What is this? This is literally you?
Let's go.
Sophie Flay, she's live in downtown LA with all the latest on this. Sophie, good morning.
Good morning, you guys. State and county data shows that the Delta variant is spreading rapidly among those who are not vaccinated. Now, if you take a look at these numbers from LA County, more than 1,100 cases were reported yesterday, making it the 5th day in a row with more than 1,000 cases. The daily average of new cases has jumped more than 500% in just 1 month. And yesterday, California reported 3,256 new COVID-19 cases, which is the highest one-day total since early March. This jump in cases is concerning doctors who say that the Delta variant is the biggest threat to those who are unvaccinated.
To date, we have not had a patient admitted to a DHS hospital who has been fully vaccinated with either the J&J, Pfizer, or Moderna vaccine. Every single patient that we've admitted for COVID has been not yet fully vaccinated.
And meantime, in Orange County, if the state still had its blueprint for reopening the economy system in place, the county would have had to move up from the least restrictive yellow tier to the orange tier. That's according to Orange County's chief health officer. But numbers show that the vaccines are working well against the Delta variant, and you can sign up for a free vaccine by visiting the state's COVID-19 website.
Wait, what is this one?
Now at 11, a Moreno Valley man turned the tables on a woman who he says racially profiled him, falsely accusing him of stealing. The video he recorded.
Why people care so much about microchip when they log into Facebook regularly? I don't know. UK's case chart. This is what coming to the US as Delta variant spreads more. I mean, Israel too. Okay. Let me just say another thing, okay? Here, I'll sympathize with the anti-vaxxers for a brief moment. This is anecdotal, personally, but one thing that I hear most commonly from people who are hesitant to take the vaccine, or one thing that I've seen, is their overwhelming skepticism towards big pharma and their for-profit motivations. Now, would that exist in a public health system where profit is completely removed? I think so too. I think they would just substitute, like the anti-vaxxers would substitute those fears towards something else, right? But a lot of people in America are literally worried because this is a free vaccine that the government is offering them. And they're like, what the fuck? They're not used to the government taking care of them. So they're like, this is crazy. This is madness. I don't want to take the vaccine because the government wants me to take the vaccine so bad that they'll give me money. I've heard people talk about their fears amplifying as a consequence of this being socialized medicine, and also on top of that, like the government literally like doing a lottery for them to take it. Because they're that not used to socialized medicine, and they're that fucking fearful of like understandably that fearful, even though this fear is misplaced when it comes to vaccines, that fearful of big pharma just like poisoning a massive population of people for no reason.
Fog.
Exactly that. Maybe they should advertise the vaccine with a price some chuds would go want to get it since it's not a free thing from big government. Yeah, I just don't know. The government sent people door to door to try to get people to vax. If you're already hesitant, that makes everything so much worse. I mean, what are you supposed to do? They're trying to literally inoculate as many hesitant people that are hesitant not because of anti-vax fears, but hesitant as a consequence of just like being lazy. Can you review 3% Russians logs and then ban him when you read he admits to being both a conservative and insult and he went to a wedding last month? He's big dumb. I don't want to be mean. Bro, that girl ain't a berserk. There's a fucking humpback whale, my guy. Get it in next time. I don't like Nazis or fascists, by the way. Can you really tell you're against Nazis and fascists? And definitely aren't telling people they're forced to do something when they don't want to fucking trust? Yes, dude. I'm a fucking fascist because I think that you should get punished if you don't wear a fucking seatbelt, for example. I'm a fucking fascist because you should get punished if you drive around in a vehicle without a driver's license. I'm a fucking fascist because I think if you murder someone, you should go to jail. Okay? These are all authoritarian and fascist takes. Are you a fucking full-blown anarchist? Even full-blown anarchists would consider most of that justifiable hierarchies, but hey, that's besides the point. I'm a fascist because I think you should get inoculated. Do you understand why you're a fucking idiot? 3% Russian? You literally have a fucking commie hat. I bet this is like a Jimmy Dore fan, dude. Go on. 3% Russian. Describe your, Oh, he did say yes to being a Jimmy Dore fan. Oh my god, dude. Oh, this is just like the dumbest cranks. Just go watch him instead then. Okay? Like, he's literally rocking a Ushanka with a fucking, with the hammer and sickle on it, talking about authoritarianism. Just think about an identity crisis, dude. Just think about the identity crisis that you might have when you're like, oh, well, you know, I'm I think that you're a Nazi or a fascist if you think about forced inoculations. Dude, you would have been fucking purged. Okay? You literally would have been purged, and good riddance, to be honest. Like 1,000,000 times over. Do you think we should forbid people for going to a restaurant if they aren't vaxxed? I think that vaccine passports should absolutely be a thing. I do. I don't give a fuck if it's racist. I don't give a fuck if it like disproportionately targets people who don't want to get vaccinated. 1000%. In a country where we have mass inoculation programs, in a country where we're like willing to go door to door to fucking give people vaccines, you have no excuse. Sorry. I'm sick and tired of it too. I hate when people are like, well, okay, well, you know, there's understandable skepticism in the black community about getting the vaccine. It doesn't matter, dude. Like, they're going to fucking die. They're going to die. They're going to die. Like, is that better? And then you're going to die too. Is that better? You're going to get fucking deathly ill.
I super pro-vax, but I'm kinda lazy. Also, I'm weird and want to keep wearing a mask.
France instituted passports and they booked 2.2 million vaccination appointments in less than 48 hours. The worst part about this is that, like, the horny fucking psychos went from, well, there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of fear around vaccines now, so we should extend that to, like, vaccination programs that are already in place that require you to get vaccinated when you go to school.
At least it dilutes the
and that shit blows my mind. They're literally like, we're reverting, dude. We are regressing as a society. And this is not a political issue, man. Not to mention the Tuskegee experiments were only given to black people. Vaccines are given to everyone. There isn't a black person only vaccine. I know. It's deeply frustrating, man. It's deeply, deeply, deeply frustrating to see this stuff. I hate it. Like,
I am an Ohio healthcare worker that holds vaccination events in community spaces. We have learned that it is not traditionally vaccine-hesitant communities that are the problem. Mostly MAGA people.
no, there are radlibs who like turn around and they're like, well, you're racist if you tell black people to get vaccinated or something along those fucking lines. And it's like, okay. I think it's significantly more racist to allow to like let black people and fucking brown people die because they get fed a healthy diet of misinformation on all the social media circles that they're in. And then they develop this like anti-vax narrative and idea. Yeah, I just fucking die then, I guess. Like, what do you mean? That's significantly worse, dude.
Hasan.
So you are a white savior now? Yes, I am literally a white savior, okay? I'm a white savior in the sense that, like, again, there should be certain restrictions that the government, in a very authoritarian way, should implement, okay? That's white savior? You think that's being a white savior? Then yeah, I'm a white savior, dude.
That needs to be done just
fucking
to get
idiot.
back to the equity we used to
Yeah.
have.
I'm the hero.
If you're anti-vax,
The worst part is, like, a lot of this shit comes from Fox News, for example, right? And all of those motherfuckers are vaccinated.
Can
you talk to the crowd in chat that's vaccine hesitant and provide your insight? There are different layers of vaccine hesitancy, okay? There are different layers of vaccine hesitancy. Some people are hesitant because they're lazy and they just like don't want to fucking take the time out of their day and go get it. And they really should. Some people are hesitant because they see so much misinformation in the media. Ultimately, if you want to cover all bases, you keep mass inoculation programs in place. You give people money to get vaccinated. Okay, but even then it like doesn't matter because a lot of people are just like more skeptical.
And it was one of the reasons I broke up with her.
Can you tell the anti-vaxxers in the chat to DM me so I can recount how my stepdad almost died from COVID and now has cysts on his lungs for the rest of his life? It's not going to change their mind because they look at like, they listen to you and then they turn around and they see like 11 cases of fake news shit. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, man. I wish it did. I'm starting to think we let it spread. Survival of the smartest and most willing to understand if it gets really out of hand. Less people better for the climate change anyway. It doesn't work that way. It never works that way. There is no social Darwinism in a capitalist system. Okay? A lot of people, unfortunately, are misguided if they don't have access to a
noticed, even though
swath of different sources, resources, critical thinking skills that they learn from fucking at least like solid foundational education, then it's kind of not their fault. I know I get mad and lose control and say shit like that, but ultimately I want everyone to get vaccinated. Or at least I want to reach like I've
turned into a weekend warrior working nights at a very capitalist company.
Stop talking to us over my white messiah streamer, sir. My bro, baby mama got 1/3 vaccine and same happened to her daddy. What? Why do people come in here and act like they're like, why can't we start by talking to the anti-vaxxers? Every making wearing one of them. Ever see the back of a $20 bill on weed? That's the way I see it. What? Okay, I'm gonna time them out until they fucking figure it out. Uncle got COVID from work last June and still has heart problems and his right low is low. His lung is permanently paralyzed. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say act like they're black, but that person might be black. Like people will always be like, "Yo, I'm black, and you're acting like a white savior right now. You feel me, bruh? On God." And it's like a fucking white kid. I'm a black, and speaking for all the blacks in the chat, you're a honky. It's like, dude, stop. I'm very pro-vaccination. One thing I don't understand, what is the profit motive for the vaccine misinformation? I think the profit motive for the vaccine misinformation is just clout. Like, I assume it's clout because it really doesn't make sense. Like, why the fuck would they do this anymore? Here's a nurse that died. She was an anti-vaxxer nurse that died.
It's challenging, and our challenges are very similar to our neighbors, Arkansas and Mississippi. When you get into rural locations, particularly in the South, there's a lot of mistrust out there. And then there's a lot of misinformation and deliberate disinformation. And I'll tell you, it's really challenging. I was so happy to see the Surgeon General put out the advisory against misinformation.
The vaccine doesn't protect you from spreading it. It makes symptoms 95% worse. Forcing people to do it isn't the right way. Okay, dude, you're literally making stuff up. Like, it's literally, you're just making stuff up. That's not you. Where did you get that? Like, where did you get that information from? That's a lie. That's literally not true. It's closer. The opposite of what you're saying is closer to the truth.
Today, because we feel it every day. People read things on social media and it gets into their head. It's usually based on nothing at all, but these myths have become so pervasive and they do so much damage. You know, last week, we had a 24-year-old ER nurse from Lafayette die of COVID. We had a 30-year-old clergy member from the town of Eunice die of COVID. And those families are really suffering. And at the end of the day, it's preventable. That's the real kick in the gut here.
Those two individuals you mentioned, I assume you're saying that they were not vaccinated is the point you're making.
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk about their cases more than that. But
nice.
I mean, 97 to 99% of both the cases and the deaths that we've seen over the past 5 months have been in unvaccinated individuals. When breakthrough cases do happen, which is someone that's fully vaccinated that still gets COVID, and they do, you know, it needs to be said,
You choose to believe whatever CNN tells you. I don't. Oh God. Okay, dude. I know you're like baiting, but right now there's like a fucking sea of like actual idiots in the chat, and if you're baiting right now amidst the sea of idiots, like you're gonna get permed. I'm just letting you know. I shit on CNN all fucking day, dude. Like all day. Every outlet has biases. I try to teach you guys critical fucking thinking and like media literacy all fucking day, dude. All day. Every outlet has their biases. Okay? American media, for the most part, while private, will still, for example, toe State Department propaganda when it comes to our enemies on foreign soil. That's a bias that you have to pay attention to. When it comes down to, for example, criticizing healthcare, like they're incredibly critical of socialized medicine. Why? Perhaps all of the money that they get from insurance providers in the form of ad revenue has something to do with that reality. Okay? So you have to analyze where people are getting this, or why people might have motivations to present a story in a way that favors a certain side.
Vaccines provide excellent but not absolute protection.
There are no 100% vaccines, right? I mean, there's no vaccine in the world that is 100% on anything.
No, that's right. I mean, 94-95% efficacy is a grand slam for vaccines. You know, few vaccines come that close, but it's not 100.
Right.
When we do see breakthrough cases, they're usually mild or asymptomatic. So much suffering, morbidity, mortality is due to unvaccinated individuals getting it, spreading it, and then infecting their family members.
Dr. Cantor, let's talk about the misinformation about the vaccine. What are you hearing, and how is the state of Louisiana combating it?
Yeah, we're really trying a kitchen sink approach right now. We work really hard to engage trusted messengers. You know, at this stage in the vaccine campaign, I think a lot of us need to be humble enough. I need to be humble to know I am probably not the best messenger for everyone. The governor is probably not the best messenger for everyone. My department's not the best messenger, but somebody is a good messenger, a community member, a physician, a leader, a member of their church. So what we're trying to do is partner with organizations, find those trusted messengers, and empower them with facts and resources to go talk to people and get their questions answered. Like Miguel said a minute ago, you know, there's a large movable middle amongst the people that have yet to choose to get vaccinated that probably will get vaccinated. They just haven't done so yet. They're on the fence, they have questions, and I think we can still reach those people.
Operation Warp Speed, through which so many of these vaccines were discovered, or at least the funding for distribution came, that was started by President Trump, who has said a few things here and there praising the vaccine, but has not used the force of his platform and his popularity among many voters to push people to get the vaccine. What would be the impact, do you think, if President Trump did a tour of Louisiana urging people?
Okay, this sucks. I wanted to see the fucking doctor that died. I want to see the nurse that fucking died. I want to read the story or watch a video or see some posts of this nurse that refused to get the COVID-19 vaccine and told other people to not get the COVID-19 vaccine and then fucking died of COVID. Young, too. I want to know. I do.
Get vaccinated, folks.
The worst part about that is that, like, I bet that their family is probably not even, like, they're probably not going to turn around and be like, oh, this was a important example of, like, why people should get vaccinated. Leopards ate my face. Nurse COVID denier and vaccine skeptic dies off. Yeah, Olivia Gildry, vaccine critic and Louisiana nurse, dies after testing positive for COVID-19. This vaccine has been released using recombinant DNA technology, fastest than any vaccine in the world. It manipulates your DNA at the tiniest molecular level. Do not get it. It's not safe. But we can go to Walmart, we can go shopping, we can eat at restaurants, and people can protest or riot. Screw you, idiot.
95 better. I misspoke and said worse. I just feel that if people want to take a risk and die, it's their choice. Skeptical, you ban me.
Yeah, guess what? You're fucking dead now, dude. Have fun with that, dumbass. Have fun. Have fun with death, okay? Hello. Enjoy death. Dumbass. This rarely ever happens. So, you know, I'll get excited about it. Jen Pisaki suggests that people spreading misinformation be banned from all other platforms or banned from on. Okay, this is dangerous. Like, when it comes to COVID shit, like anti-COVID shit, then that's one thing. And even then, it's like terrible, okay? Even then, it's like very scary. But that's not all this is. They're absolutely going to move beyond that. You know what I mean? They're gonna start fucking banning anyone that is considered. Bro, don't say shit like that. You're gonna get departnered. Really? I'm gonna get departnered for saying "have fun with death" to a person who literally, like, this is like saying "have fun with death" if someone is like, "Please don't jump off this bridge. You will die if you jump off this bridge." Here are all the people that have jumped off this bridge and died. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Here's a way not to jump off the bridge, okay? And this person's not like suicidal, okay? This is like not like a person with depression or anything like that. And the person's like, nah, dude, I'm gonna fucking jump off this bridge. I'm gonna be safe. Shut the fuck up. And then they jump off the bridge and die. Wait, what are you gonna do? What am I supposed to do? Okay? What am I supposed to do?
Wife got better, husband died. Wife still says.
And before they jump off the bridge, they're like, you should definitely jump off the bridge to like a bunch of other people too. It's totally sick. It's totally sick, and it's totally cool to jump off the bridge. And they convince other people to also jump along with them. You think I'm gonna be fucking sad about that, dude? Even then, you don't say that. Well, I'm not as nice as you. I'm not.
For weird debate her in the afterlife. For weird debate her in the afterlife. For weird debate her in the afterlife. For weird.
It sounds like mental illness. Okay, dude. Yes, it sounds like conservatism. I guess we're diagnosing conservatism as a mental illness now. What else, dude? Are we being ableist when we make fun of conservatives? Don't take that away from me, dude, okay? I'm literally going to get unvaccinated so I can die if that's the case. Like, I can't even fucking make fun of conservatives because it's ableist. Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck, like, what is left then? Nothing. Just
10 months. Angry Hasan is my fav streamer now.
There's
Also,
nothing
hey,
left.
chat.
There's no joy. I can't do anything. Last time I was making fun of the dead. Yeah, I mean, I make fun of fucking Hitler too. Are you going to be like, oh, Hitler was victim to, you know, suicidal depression? Is that what you're going to say? You're being ableist. That reminds me, I was going to fucking retweet a tweet that was really funny, actually, from last night. Where is it? I just did. Skimming through the books that posits that the Nazi leadership was just constantly fucked up on meth, while finding the topic intriguingly salacious, I can't help but think, what if the Nazis just had undiagnosed ADHD?
"5 months of indoctrination.
It recently passed, you Pepega? Yeah, exactly. Their impact is significantly worse recently.
Thank you for coming down on these people. I don't understand how they can look at over 3 billion shots distributed globally and no deaths linked to vaccines. I won't make it through another shutdown.
So
these people are scum of the earth.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. No, this was the tweet.
Over
Sorry.
12 months sick.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Obviously, that fucking dumbass nurse's impact was nowhere near as bad as fucking Hitler. I'm not saying that. Don't be stupid.
Conservatives to disabled people is disrespectful to the disabled.
Say that to all the soldiers that didn't come back home. What do you mean? Okay. How did you personally convince your family or friends that were skeptical of the vaccine to get it? I had not a single person in my fucking immediate life or circle that was skeptical. So the unfortunate reality is, like, I don't know. I don't know how to fucking convince people. Maybe I've convinced some people in here to get it that were originally hesitant or something. But I'm sorry. I don't have fucking brain dead dinguses in my immediate circle. Okay, let's watch this.
So a couple of the steps that we have, that could be constructive for the public health of the country are providing for Facebook or other platforms to measure and publicly share the impact of misinformation on their platform and the audience it's reaching. Also with the public, with all of you, to create robust enforcement.
No, you're not. You're making it worse. I see why you won't debate anyone. We can tell your ideas don't seem to be tested very well here. Please stop talking about vaccines to make things worse. No, you're not. You're making it worse. Oh, let me see. I wonder if he said straw man at some point.
Straw man, yup.
It's always the same type of people, dude. It's like, it's just so fucking stupid.
Strategies that bridge their properties.
Like when you care, even if you literally believe that people should get vaccinated, you care more about, owning me for some fucking weird reason than you do about people getting vaccinated.
And provide transparency about rules. You shouldn't be banned from one platform and not others for providing misinformation out there.
This is terrible. I'm sorry. This is actually terrible. Like mass banning from every platform is terrible. Even though I do think that platforms should do something about COVID conspiracies, because like a lot of anti-vaxxer accounts just get slapped with that like COVID-19 misinformation tag. And like they don't actually fucking ban people. They literally just say COVID-19 restriction, and then they don't do anything about it. I'm currently sick with COVID. How long do I need to wait until I get the vaccine?
People hospitalized are
I don't know, ask a doctor.
Although the mutations increase danger for rest of us.
Why am I stupid for being scared of a brand new under-tested vaccine? Can't I just wait until they make the vaccine the same way they make the flu vaccine? Okay. 1. The flu vaccine is literally less tested than the COVID vaccine. The flu vaccine is new every single year. The flu vaccine, unironically, has a significantly lower efficacy rate, 30%, than the COVID vaccine does, which is like 90+%. Okay? And also, this exact same kind of idiocy always occurs when a new vaccine comes out. People are like, oh, I don't know.
We're having a
I don't know, dude. I don't know if we should get the all the other vaccines that like people were talking about in the panic in like the 80s and 90s. And yet no one talks about them anymore. Only like psychotic vaxxers, anti-vaxxers talk about that. You know why? Because it's fucking mandatory. That's why. So people don't give a shit. They just get inoculated. Nothing happens to them and they move on. There are more vaccines coming out that are not made with mRNA, if that's what people are afraid of. No, they don't care. That's not it.
Switch later tonight. www.
There are old school style vaccines out there too. You can get that as well.
Scientific fact.
You speak like you know what you're talking about, lol. But I do know what I'm talking about, man. I'm an idiot, but even this fucking idiotic, moronic himbo knows more than you do about this issue, I guess. Why are you dodging the long-term effects of these vaccine arguments, dude? Because those arguments are unproven, untested, and existed for every single vaccine that has ever come out. Okay? That's why. And it never becomes a real thing. It never materializes. Okay? That's the reason. Because I don't want to talk about some fucking moronic take that you might have. Like, I don't... Hasan is literally corrected back by the actual science? I know.
Here is our baby 2 baby rage.
And even then, it's always... Even then, there's always the other side, which is you're rolling the dice on nature. You don't know. You don't know the long-term side effects of getting COVID either. It's not just that you lose your sense of taste and smell in the short term. My sister was an anti-vaxxer, and she cited this video and channel as to why she doesn't trust. Dude, that's a 3-hour and 25-minute documentary on how this pandemic is like staged and shit, I assume. How the fuck would I... If you think I'm going to watch this entire thing, like, you're crazy. I'm a medical student who worked on the mRNA in my undergraduate research for medical school. I can tell you that this tech has been around for decades. Yeah, that's the other part. Like, this thing is not new.
President, it's not because of lower voting restrictions. It's because all Republicans will die from COVID.
The only way to deal with this is not by, like, slapping on a fucking information from the CDC take, but just to ban them. Like, you have to ban these accounts, man. You just have to ban them. There's nothing else. I don't give a fuck about... I don't... Like, there are always going to be... additional complications that come from that, but this is, like, such purposeful and deliberate misinformation that just saying that this is a conspiracy theory is not enough. The point is to stop people from seeing it. And at first people will say, oh, well, I'm sorry. You know, if you ban these things, then people are going to be even more skeptical, right? But ultimately, they say that about Milo Yiannopoulos and Alex Jones and shit like that too. It doesn't matter.
Whoop, whoop.
It is the utilitarian thing to do. I'm personally not getting the vaccine because people still don't know where COVID even came from. It's weird to me how a virus that literally came out of nowhere and then they just handing out as a vaccine without knowing the exact cause. What? Dude, it takes like 12 years to figure out a zoonotic, like natural zoonotic disease spread. Like, it literally took like 12 years, I think, for the first SARS or the avian flu to be found out exactly what the spread looked like. You're just wrong about that. That's idiotic. Also, I'm willing to bet that if your doctor prescribed you medication for your... If the doctor gives you insulin, you don't go, I'm sorry, I don't personally understand how my body is not producing the appropriate amount of insulin for whenever I consume sugary products, so... I'm just not going to take it. Like, you don't do this for anything else. The only reason why you're doing this for COVID specifically is because you saw misinformation and it like triggered a part of your fucking lizard brain that, you know, that agrees with this shit. Imagine being like, I'm not going to take, what is the HIV medication? The HIV, is it preparation? Is it Prep H or something? Yeah, PrEP, the medicine taken to prevent getting HIV. You're like, we still don't fully understand where HIV comes from, so I'm just not going to take PrEP. It's like, all right, dude, fuck it then. Just die. Okay? Prep H, that's funny. No, it's not Prep H, sorry. It's fucking PrEP. Pre-exposure prophylaxis for HIV risk and prevention. From the same channel. Illegal leading questions at the fictional George Floyd trial. Yeah, that trial was fake too. So I'm from Mexico. I've been in quarantine for the past year and 4 months. I'm still not vaccinated because we don't have vaccines. It's painful to see other people not using the opportunity to take the shot. At this point, if it doesn't work, who cares what they get? Preparation H is for hemorrhoids. Okay, I got it. I understand. I said the wrong thing. Not prep H, just prep.
COVID was made in a lab to be used on humans.
My DTP vaccine I got as a toddler gave me myocarditis, which caused me to suffer and be near death for 1 to 2 years. All vaccines have a chance to cause you to die. So does fucking asprin. You dumb fuck. So does virtually everything. So does water. If not consumed in moderation. What a fucking idiotic take, dude. Literally every single thing that you put in your body has the capacity to kill you, okay? Event 201 isn't even a conspiracy per se. It's like a real event from October with legit health professionals sort of predicting how the world will respond to pandemic. The ironic thing about conspiracies using it is so many of the stuff they predicted in the event didn't actually happen. I legit doubt people will stop being against the vaccine without time passing because idiots. No, there is a way to do it. You force people to do it, okay? That's it. You have to force people to do it. You literally do. You have to be like, all right, we're going to do vax passports. We have to do vaccination passports. I do not want to go back into fucking lockdown, dude. And that's not authoritarianism. Like I don't think that that's authoritarian. It's authoritarian in the same way that that forcing you to wear a seatbelt is authoritarian. You act like you're against the government, then you repeat all the propaganda surrounding the virus and the vaccine. Research says don't work for the government found that red blood cells under a scope look destroyed within vaccinated people. Says Shungite works. Okay, brother. Oh, this is a bait account. Never mind. No reason to respond. Sorry. Actually, I'll still respond to it because some people fucking actually feel that way. I do hear this from like Jimmy Dorian style cranks who will say things along the lines of, dude, you fucking say you're anti-government, but you believe everything the government says. Okay.
When I was 5, I went to get vaccines, and
let me describe something to you.
I drank the whole bottle.
Okay. Let me describe something to you so you understand. Being against the American government doesn't mean literally being against the American government for every single thing. Okay? I don't know why people unironically have this childish take. Like this childish understanding of the world where you're like, oh, I'm against the government. Okay, don't wear seatbelts.
Completely random, but
okay? Don't follow traffic laws. Drive drunk then. I don't believe in the government, and I think that those laws are actually authoritarian. Yeah, they're preventing me from, you know, drinking alcoholic beverages, getting fucking absolutely wasted, and driving. Vaccines are authoritarian in the same exact way that seatbelts are. Okay? Part of the reason is that not enough. And here's the sad part, okay? If there was a mass movement against seatbelts, I know that some of you baboons would actually also join that. Like some people in this chat who have the anti-vaccine take, like just embedded in their brains, would literally be like, yeah, my favorite Instagram account is like anti-seatbelt, so I'm fucking anti-seatbelt too, actually. Why are we wearing seatbelts? Like, my body, my choice, dude. If I want to die, I can. Like, and it's just so stupid. Republican congressman who supported? Absolutely. Chatter saying they won't get a vaccine and probably really happy they don't have mumps, measles, polio, etc. and go to school growing up and have friends. If we can enforce that, we can have motherfucking vaccine passports. That's the point. When vaccines for all of those diseases came out originally, people criticized it in the exact same way that they're criticizing the COVID vaccine right now. Okay? In the exact same way. But now no one talks about it. Do you want to know why no one considers it? Except for like the worst of the worst kinds of fucking cranks? Because the government mandates it, okay? You have to get it to go to school. That's it. That's literally the reason. Because whether we like to admit it to ourselves or not, no matter how hyper individualistic we fancy ourselves to be in the United States of America, the reality is when someone forces you to do something, you push back a little bit at first, and then you shut the fuck up and you realize that, oh my God, this is actually a good thing. Or even if you don't realize it, that it's actually a good thing, it still is working in a positive way. Okay?
Hey, Cha.
I think you showed this last year.
Penn, and this is my partner, Teller. You may have heard vaccination causes autism in 1 out of 110 children. Fuck that. Total bullshit. It doesn't. But let's imagine it does. We'll compare 2 groups of children. Teller's group gets no vaccinations. My group does. I'll use this plexiglass to represent the vaccinations. Oh, that's bad. My vaccination wall knocked 1 of the children out of line. That's our 1 in 110 with autism. In the 1920s, before the diphtheria vaccination was common, there were 13 to 15,000 deaths a year from that disease. If you got it, your chances of dying were about 40%. In 1952, just before the Salk vaccine became common, there were about 58,000 cases of polio.
I love that these guys are libertarian, but pro-vax. Like, if these fucking libertarians can be pro-vax, you can too, okay?
If unlucky, you might end up permanently disabled or dead. Meningitis, hepatitis A and B, flu, mumps, whooping cough, pneumonia, rotavirus, rubella, smallpox, tetanus, chickenpox. Chickenpox. We have vaccinations against all of them. Which side do you want your child to stand on? So even if vaccination did cause autism, which it fucking doesn't, anti-vaccination would still be bullshit.
Hello, chat. I see you. Are you vaccinated? Monkus down.
So the other thing I need to mention here, is that it is top of the hour, so there's a 6-second ad break coming, but there is actually another thing that I need to mention too.
Get vaccinated, chat.
What did Michael say? He made a Sibian-type bathtub called the Jill Jet? No, he did not. Shut up. Okay, I'm going to run the ad right now. If you no longer want to see the ads, you can subscribe for $5 or for free. That's not a conspiracy. Okay, you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime, or you can use an ad blocker or a VPN. Here's the 1-minute ad break now.
Get vaccinated, chat. Monkus down.
He did. It's a jet spa that sprays your girl parts. Oh my God, he actually did do that. That's so strange. I don't understand the outrage over vaccine passports when it comes to like literal passports. Years ago, I traveled to the Dominican Republic. You were required to have certain vaccines to take literal arsenic. arsenic pills against malaria. No one threw temper tantrums about then.
Wow,
Back then was the issue now.
Love you, chat.
It's the same concept as like all of those diseases that we just talked about. When the government forces you to do something, you're like, oh, that seems kind of dumb, dude. I don't want that. Fuck that. This seems authoritarian. And then you do it, okay? Oh my God, Michael was right. Of course he's right. He's always right. Yeah, he made this, okay? What a weird, oddly specific, strange thing. Okay. Near the end of our call, I asked Carlson if he'd been vaccinated against COVID-19. He paused. Because I'm a polite person, I'm not going to ask you any super vulgar personal questions like that. I told him he was welcome to ask me whatever he wanted. That's like saying, do you have HIV? Yeah, totally the same, dude. It was just a patent. The days of the female setting are gold for when you're on your period. The issue now is that misinformation is readily available as well. Yes. Here's how stupid some anti-vaxxers are. A doctor managed to convince an anti-vax mother
Get vaccinated, chat FFS.
to vaccinate her child by saying that the anti-vax movement is a Chinese conspiracy that weakened the American population in an effort to one day take over the whole world. And this bitch was like, that sounds like China and I hate China. Oh my God. You guys know this. I've already told you this. I think you should absolutely lie to anti-vaxxers. I personally haven't, but I should try it. I should literally just start doing that.
At HasanAbi, why would
Find out what they're, you know, what they personally are like afraid of, and then use it against them.
I don't know, man. I think it's kind of weird how people say that we need to breathe to live, but like,
oh yeah, I know the seatbelt thing is real. Yes.
Almost a minute straight, and I did not die, so I don't know. Maybe science is wrong. Lol. Get the vaccine, you dumbasses.
Yeah, when the seatbelt,
thank God,
when the seatbelt laws were brought about, there was a lot of people that were frustrated with it in the United States of America, and they thought like this is unacceptable. People still die with seatbelts, so why should we put it on?
Hasan.
Dole issued a rule in 1985 that required automakers to install driver's side airbags in all new cars unless 2/3 of the states passed mandatory seatbelts. Dole's rule was so politically adroit because it looked like a regulation, but it was really a gift to the auto industry. Cars already had seatbelts, so all Detroit had to do was convince states to pass mandatory seatbelt laws, and it was off the hook for installing expensive airbags or automatic belts.
Hassle.
I know you pulled it up on stream for a sec, but did you watch the H-bomber vaccine video before? No. Debunking anti-vaxxers.
The number of people against vaccinating themselves and their children has surged in recent years, and it can be frustrating listening to their claims. So we wanted to debunk and deconstruct the most common arguments one by one to help you prepare and present the facts in your next encounter with an anti.
I understand why manufacturers install them, but why are you forced to wear one? It's like suicide being illegal. So stupid. Dude, how do you not comprehend that people are too fucking dumb, okay? The public is unfortunately too stupid. When you think about people as an entire body of individuals, people are too fucking stupid, okay? That's why.
This is called the lying.
You have to save them from themselves, okay? That's just how it works. Otherwise, there would be no fucking government. There would be no need for a government. That's it. And by the way, you're the reason.
Regulation.
It's like people like you. That is the reason why we do have seatbelt laws. Okay? Because you're the type of person who's like, I'm not going to fucking wear one. And it's terrible.
Anti-Vaxxer. Why I do not vaccinate my kids. Blog entry 189. Vaccines contain MSG, antifreeze, phenol, formaldehyde, aluminum, lead, and mercury.
The irony, of course, yes, is that if one person doesn't wear a seatbelt in a car and you get into a car crash, you literally are killing other people who might be wearing a seatbelt too. Identical to the vaccine argument, yes. Which is that, like, if you don't wear a seatbelt in the car and everyone else is wearing a seatbelt, then you fucking fly around in the car like a projectile and you murder other people.
If you get the vaccine, your PP
It's
double
true,
size.
vaccines contain chemicals.
No, you don't understand. It's an under-tested vaccine that might cause cancer. Do you know what dihydrogen monoxide is? Okay, it's not an under-tested vaccine. That is a lie. It's been tested more thoroughly than the influenza vaccine that everybody gets during the seasonal flu. And it's more successful than the regular vaccine that you have. Also, that's a fucking bait. I don't know what the fuck that is. I assume it's just water, right? Are you talking about H2O?
I'm a ghost.
Dihydrogen monoxide is water? Okay. If the vaccines are so safe, why did I get sick?
My himbo.
Stop baiting me, please, dude. Stop. I want dehydrated water.
Just tell conservatives that a new virus is turning people into
Is that a satire hat? It is, yes.
Who are believing critical race theory and that Jesus isn't white and that the vaccine will save them from it.
Okay, let's keep going.
Vaccines have contained mercury, aluminum, and formaldehyde, ingredients that can be toxic. What else can be toxic? Water, given a large enough dose, and same goes for apples, coffee, or too much of anything, to be honest.
This is literally making the exact same argument that I made.
The dose makes the poison, and the doses of the chemicals in vaccines are negligible. For example, vaccines that include aluminum, which is included to make the vaccine more effective, contain about 0.125 milligrams per dose. But the average person actually takes in an estimated 30 to 50 milligrams every day through food and drink. That's way more than one vaccination on a daily basis. And while some people warn about the presence of mercury-containing compounds like thimerosal,
the funniest part is, like, a lot of anti-vaxxers will then turn around and like trust holistic medicine, right? And you'll put like colloidal silver in your body because you're worried about what the fuck's in the vaccine. It's like, what are you doing, bro? You're gonna poison yourself. You're basically poisoning yourself because you think that, like, you're in on something that's like that no one else knows.
Vaccine preservative to prevent bacterial growth, it's actually been removed from almost all childhood vaccines since 2001. This was done to ease public concern, even though no literature suggests it's harmful at doses present in vaccines.
As a granola parent, my kids get everything natural. Quinoa crackers over Ritz any day. Because can't we just all agree that the natural route is better? So just let your child's immune system develop naturally and save them a lifetime of pain.
Vaccines introduce a weakened form of the germ to your body so that the immune system can learn to recognize it. Your body then builds its defenses, so it's prepared to fight off a real attack later. And it's true, naturally, newborn babies are immune to several diseases because of the antibodies they receive from their mother's breast milk and the thousands of germs we're exposed to from the moment we're born. But vaccines cover the diseases you don't have immunity against. It's why we don't vaccinate for every single disease possible, just those which are most dangerous. And children are given shots at a young age because this is when they're at the highest risk of getting sick or dying.
But what about allergies? My second cousin Lisa got her kids vaccinated and now they have a peanut allergy. I don't want my baby to get allergies.
In 1997, people began to question whether there was a connection between vaccines and allergies. And then a study of 2,100 participants ages 5 to 6 found that vaccines actually have the opposite effect and instead have a protective effect against allergies.
I mean, how bad are the diseases that these vaccines are preventing anyways? My little sport here, stuffed like a packed sausage, got my genes, so he's built to last. If you got the measles, what's the worst that could happen?
Vaccines have done such a good job preventing so many diseases that many generations have never seen them. But here's what these diseases looked like without vaccines. In 1967, smallpox was responsible for millions of deaths. By 1980, it was completely eradicated due to an intensive vaccine campaign.
And that's precisely why people don't, like, when it originally came out, when the smallpox vaccine came out, people were anti-smallpox vaccine. Why is no one anti-smallpox vaccine now, except for, like, some sickos that are, like, deep in the fucking pits of anti-vax conspiracies? You want to know why? Because they fucking made it mandatory. That's it, dude. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. Because people shut the fuck up after a long enough time.
Before polio vaccine was available, 13,000 to 20,000 cases of paralytic polio were reported each year in the United States. This meant thousands of children had to use braces, crutches, wheelchairs, and ventilators to breathe. From 1964 to 65, before the rubella vaccine, there were 2,100 neonatal deaths and 11,000 miscarriages, and of the 20,000 born with rubella, more than half ended up deaf, over 3,000 blind, and 1,800 with mental delays. As for measles, before immunization was available, nearly everyone in the US got measles because it's extremely contagious. The World Health Organization estimates that regular vaccination has prevented 20.4 million deaths from measles worldwide from 2000 to 2016.
Okay, but you still haven't covered autism.
Much of the anti-vaccination movement is linked to one paper published in the late 1990s which claimed vaccines caused autism. It suggested a link between the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine causing malabsorption of nutrients in the gut, thereby leading to increased cases of autism in children. The study was later proven to be fraudulent and debunked by 25 international research papers involving large population studies. Furthermore, 10 of the 13 authors of this original paper have now refuted and retracted their original statements on this suggested link. And while it's understandable that parents want to protect their kids, the claim is not founded in any evidence.
There needs to be a balance.
There was a... Hold on. I need to tell you guys something. This is actually really interesting. There was a New York Times article in 1901 about a smallpox vaccination raid in New York when 250 men arrived at a Little Italy tenement house in the middle of the night and set about vaccinating everyone they could find. They literally held people down while they were in night robes, and vaccinators just forcibly inoculated them. They went through room. They went room by room and fucking found them and literally teared their babies from their mother's arms, taken them to the city pest house, which housed smallpox victims, forcibly separating and forcibly quarantining people with smallpox away from their families. Okay?
Good evening, good sirs.
If you don't want that, I think that my suggestion of having just straight up a vaccine passport, I think is a better way to do this than, you know, forcibly ripping babies away from their parents. Well, you don't need to do that for COVID, but yeah, I show, you know how many people I've linked this to, cough inspired? It's a great table. Here are all of the vaccines that you already get when you're fucking born, dude.
This is bait.
Fake news, brother. I don't get it. And my fear, and my genuine fear is that, like, the COVID stuff is new, right? And because COVID is new, because COVID is technically new, even though it's not, and because the vaccine is technically new, even though it's not, it's been researched for years and years and years. I'm fearful that people aren't even separating their hesitancy of COVID, the COVID vaccinations, and actually are just becoming full-blown anti-vaxxers as a consequence of all of this conspiracy nonsense. Okay? The mRNA ones are new, the others are pre-existing tech. No, but the mRNA research isn't like of research that just came out of nowhere. It's been around for a fucking long ass time, dude.
Thanks.
It's being worked on for a very long time. Like it didn't just like they didn't find this last year. You know what I mean? That's nonsense.
Government. Parents should have a measure of choice about whether or not they should vaccinate their kids. No one knows their kid better than you do. So, vaccinating your kid only affects you and your baby.
This is simply not the case. Vaccines protect you, and perhaps more importantly, it helps other people. If you're not sick, you can't spread the disease to those with weaker immune systems, particularly the very young or elderly, and those who may have medical conditions in which they can't be vaccinated. For example, those undergoing chemotherapy. The more people that are vaccinated, the less available real estate for the germs, meaning its spreading ability is squashed. This principle is called herd immunity. For the vulnerable in our society, herd immunity is their best protection.
The NSA, the CIA, the FBI, big corporations, big pharma, the amount of drugs they've taken off the market, trusting those suits is practically a death sentence.
Pharmaceutical companies do make money from selling vaccines. One estimate puts the vaccine market now at $24 billion, which is huge. But if you want to talk money, a study found that in the US between 1994 and 2013, vaccine created a net savings of $295 billion in direct costs and $1.38 trillion in societal costs. It's true, drugs have been pulled from the market after harmful side effects came to light. However, vaccines are among the most highly regulated substances we can put into our bodies, in part because they're given to healthy people, usually children, as a preventative measure rather than a treatment. They go through multiple phases of testing to see if they're safe, to find the correct dose, and to see if protection against the disease actually works. In Canada and the US, it can take 10 to 25 years of testing before a vaccine is approved. And once on the market, there's continuous monitoring of its effects. The likelihood of a severe reaction to the MMR vaccine is approximately 1 to 1 million, which is around 10 times less likely.
There it is. There it fucking is. There's the truth, okay? That having an extreme reaction to a vaccine is incredibly uncommon. Like, incredibly uncommon. You have a higher likelihood of dying the moment that you walk out of your door, okay? You have a higher likelihood of dying anytime you step behind a wheel. Okay? And yet, when the MMR vaccine first came out, everyone was showing edge cases that potentially might have, like, serious implications, or even that very famous case of the lady, the cheerleader, who was like, oh, I have to walk backwards now because I got the vaccine. And then, like, literally it came out that she was just faking it. Like, there were so many high-profile cases of this that the media absolutely exacerbated and like exaggerated and covered. And guess what, dude? Everything has the capability of murdering you, okay? Everything. You could die from drinking too much fucking water. That was fake. Yeah, I bet half you motherfuckers didn't know that was fake. That's the worst part. So many people that I've watched this video with are like, what? That was fucking fake? Yeah, dude. Yes. Does anyone have the video, the original video?
30 yells.
The hot cheerleader hoax. Oh my God, TYT titled it the hot cheerleader hoax. Of course it was fake, dude. Of course. No, not the dubstep edition. I don't want it. Okay, are you not concerned at how likely it is to get killed by a lightning strike? It's only 1 in 100,000. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. No, I don't want to watch the TYT video of it. I want to watch the actual original video where they catch her too. It's so funny.
Munkor.
Well, now, this is a story of an amazingly beautiful young woman. She was training to be a pro football cheerleader, and she got a flu shot. She says that shot has destroyed her chances of happiness. We told you about her story last time. Now, Les Trent is with this woman for a first-hand look at what her life has become.
She's the beautiful cheerleader whose heartbreaking story is shocking the nation. 25-year-old Desiree Jennings showed me how she can't walk without twisting, jerky movements. But she walks backwards normally. Doctors say she has a rare 1 in a million neurological disorder that was triggered 10 days after she got a seasonal flu shot.
Started with me not being able to eat without passing out.
You couldn't eat without passing out? I visited Desiree and her husband Brendan at their home in Ashburn, Virginia, to see what their daily life is like. She has to go up and down stairs backwards because something as simple as walking forward can be dangerous.
And here's the unusual part about the disorder. Take a look at this. Desiree can run just fine. It's only when she stops. You see, that's where the spasms start. Now you can walk backwards though, and it'll make it better, right?
Yeah.
She runs with a normal stride, and as I ran with her, she even spoke normally.
And now you can talk.
Yeah, it's weird. It fixes as soon as I start running.
I mean, you sound.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
You sound amazing. And then you stop, and that's what happens.
Desiree got a flu shot on August 23rd. 10 days later, she came down with what doctors have diagnosed as dystonia, a rare neurological disorder. Her jerking and twisting are the result of uncontrollable muscle contractions. There is no known cure.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
This is home video of Desiree as a beautiful bride when she married Brendan 2 years ago. And this is a photo when she was training to be a cheerleader for the Washington Redskins. Doctors say what happened to Desiree should discourage people from getting flu shots. But here's what the woman who's on the wrong side of being 1 in a million says.
Running has to be a relief.
The only thing I have left.
The only thing you have left.
Stop saying Munchausen, dude. This person should be fucking jailed, okay? Fuck this person, okay? Go to jail. No fucking skip and go. An absolute psychopath. Don't try to fucking diagnose this person. No, I'm diagnosing her not with Munchausen's, okay? I'm diagnosing her with fucking
I was
being a
vaccinated as
grifter.
child and now I'm a hideous incel. Explain that, libtards.
Hey, so that was on the news, and a lot of you probably saw that, right? Well, guess what? It was totally fucking fake, dude. It was totally fucking fake. Inside Edition literally caught her at the mall. Where's that part of the video? We got to see it. Oh, there it is.
Inside Edition.
It is one of the most...
We saw all this
after
shit.
Receiving a seasonal flu car air report on Desiree.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Driving. Hard to believe they told me they worried they'd never find a cure. But look at Desiree now. We found her walking normally, playing with her dogs, going shopping, even getting behind the wheel of a car.
Fucking piece of shit, dude. Not just an idiot, a fucking dog shit piece of shit, okay? Just absolute scumbag, dude. Absolute fucking scumbag, dude.
Car and driving.
Watch the reveal. The best part of this fucking video that, like, totally makes it is this part.
Believe the woman we've been discreetly observing over the last few weeks is the same woman we met during the height of the flu shot scare. So we wanted to ask her about her remarkable improvement. We've been trying to reach you and you have not been returning our phone calls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's going on? It looks like you've made a complete recovery.
Well, I wouldn't say complete recovery. I still have a lot of cognitive issues.
So what happened? Did Desiree Jennings really suffer a 1 in a million reaction to the seasonal flu shot, as she says? Or is it all some kind of elaborate...
Also, fuck that doctor who's like, this is probably... that anti-vaxxer ass doctor who's like, yeah, this is a 1 in a million disease. Totally. Fuck you. Fuck you, doctor. Fuck you, lady. Fuck all of these people, okay? They should be charged. If someone dies in their region, if someone has actually fucking seen this footage, and fuck the media for portraying this, by the way. Like, that's also awful, too.
Hoax, or is it something else entirely? Take a look at this. It's an official report on Desiree's case by the Centers for Disease Control. It states the admitting neurologist felt that there was a strong psychogenic component to her symptoms. Psychogenic means that there is a mental or
I fucked your mom, and she happens to like my nail polish, so, you know.
Psychological cause for her spasms.
The dramatic symptoms of movement.
Yeah, she's fucking brain dead. That's the...
And speech that Ms. Jennings is displaying is certainly not a reaction to the vaccine.
Dr. Stephen Novella is an assistant professor of neurology at Yale who treats patients with dystonia, which is what Desiree claimed she suffered from after the seasonal flu shot. He hasn't examined Desiree, but is convinced after viewing our video that her affliction is not dystonia.
Just from looking at the video, a trained and experienced neurologist could say this is not dystonia.
Desiree.
Wait, why does she do this? Because these people are fucking psychos, okay? They want attention. It's that easy. Why do chatters say the most pathetic psychopathic shit in here? Attention. Hello, that's what it is. Their parents didn't give them enough love, so they're like, they want to get that from me. Their new parental figure. Some of them do it for clout. Some of them do it for attention. Some of them want to sell you like magic crystals or some shit. That's it.
Ray finds the idea that her illness is all in her head ridiculous.
Some people think it was psychogenic. Some people might even think it's a hoax.
I mean, people are free to believe whatever they want, but, you know, I mean, clearly what I've been going through, I know it's not psychogenic, and it's not a hoax. I mean,
by now, you may have noticed something that surprised us. Desiree is now speaking with a foreign accent she never had before.
I'm from Ohio. I should not be talking like this.
Sounds like you have an Australian accent.
The same way do I have on stream, and the first thing I hear is I touched your mom LMFAO.
Oh, no! She's from Ohio! I'm from Ohio! Why am I talking like this, bruv? I'm a fucking nutter! I'm a sick cunt! I'm a fucking sick cunt! I have this fucking disease! Alright? I got this fucking disease! I'm sore mental! I'm from fucking Ohio. So some people are just like actually pathological liars too. It's just. To be fair, the funniest part about this is that she thinks being Australian is a mental disorder. Yes. That's so dumb. Oh, what a sick cunt. We talked about heart inflammation. I'm vaccinated. I'm biased, but I just hear a lot of people talking about that specific side effect. Would you like to hear your thoughts? J&J has like an extremely rare side effect, I think. Or the mRNA vaccines are like being tested on potential side effects as well. Again, still extremely rare.
Yeah, I've heard Australian, British, but, you know, it just essentially comes down to the inability to pronounce words.
There's no way a flu shot can cause someone's accent to change. Absolutely not.
So how did Desiree go from...
Are you still taking Propecia? Your temples aren't looking that good lately, so you might want to consider upping your dosage or talking to your doctor? What do you mean? It's literally the same, dude. It's actually straight up the fucking same. The only reason why you feel that way is because I have really long fucking hair. If I buzzed it, it would look exactly the same. But thank you for your backseat medical advice, opening juke. Easy way for streamers to touch grass. Dude, can you tell people that dystonia is an actual medical diagnosis? This bitch doesn't have it. Bro, that's an offliner trying to... I know opening juke is an offliner. It's a farty boy. Yeah, I should perma him. There you go. Fuck, mate. Talking like fucking Crocodile Dundee.
This to this, she credited this doctor, an alternative practitioner named Rashid Buttar. He claims he...
Jussie Smollett, he did the exact same thing. Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, throw Jussie Smollett in jail too, motherfucker. Fuck yeah. What is that? What does that take, dude? Just throw him in there for a little bit. Yes. Yeah. Like, Jussie Smollett faking a hate crime for personal gain is disgusting, horrible, not as consequential as like faking a significantly debilitating disease as an extremely rare side effect of a vaccine in the heat of like anti-vaxxer movements, but still, sure.
Reversed many of her symptoms in less than 48 hours using controversial therapies, including a hyperbaric chamber and intravenous injections of nutrients and synthetic amino acids.
She is well on her way to being fully recovered.
But Buttar has come under fire for his practices. The North Carolina Medical Board claims he engaged in unprofessional conduct for charging cancer patients exorbitant fees for unproven and ineffective treatments. Some of the very same treatments Desiree received. He denies any wrongdoing.
Are you concerned that your case has generated so much interest, and in particular, it has politicized the whole issue of vaccines?
No, not really. This is what happened to me.
We need to point out one other thing. When we first saw Desiree in this shopping center parking lot, she seemed to be walking normally. But as she left to get into her car, she was walking sideways. She says it was because of the dystonia.
All right, don't catch me driving because I don't think I'm supposed to be driving.
Ms. Jennings is no longer seeing the controversial Dr. Buttar, but she did show us a report from her current doctor who believes her symptoms were vaccination-induced. Well,
yes. There are problems that come from like getting hit in the head and shit like that, where you actually do turn around and like develop weird accidents and stuff. Like super rare. She tried to sue someone in some vaccine department in 2019.
and she was trying shot.
God, 2092. To be fair, I'm willing to bet that back in 2009, they probably didn't even know. They probably thought she actually had that super rare disease and were being ableist and did not give a fuck. We can laugh at it now because it's totally fake and we know it's fake. But I'm willing to bet that back in 2009, the person who made this was like, you know. And before LSFers clip that and title it Hasan Laughs at Disabled Woman, good. Then they'll understand. Maybe if that reaches like LSF or whatever, and then people recognize that this is like a totally fake thing, you could actually educate a fuckload more people about how like this is a very famous case of an anti-vaxxer getting caught in the act. Except, of course, like, there's a mass downvoting campaign happening right now on LSF on, like, any clip that features me, even if it's, like, completely unrelated to drama or politics or anything like that. And literally every fucking comment that even mentions me in a positive light get, like, 100 downvotes. It's very weird. I saw that last night. There's, like, literally there was, like, a clip on LSF that was, like, 70% downvoted, and it's just me saying, like, I'm gonna come. I don't know why it is. It also might spread her misinfo and get you stupid labels. Someone should make a way too jank email. I mean, I still don't care though. I don't want to talk about it. I'm over it. It's just extending that is like really, really stupid. Anyway. Yo, Hasan, I'm supposed to be working right now. Can I get a shout out for cucking my bosses? Taxmaster General, don't you fucking literally, aren't you in charge of like housing in Western Ohio or Iowa or some shit? Or Utah? You should probably be working, motherfucker. You're a government employee. I'm gonna report you, dude. It was a joke, but yeah, I'm cucking Western Utah. Did you see Nate Shot's tweet? Yeah, I did, and I responded to it as well. So yeah, Nate Shot tweeted something like, I don't understand this. Like, no matter how much you describe this to me, like, this fucking indoor mask mandate is, like, so dumb or something like that. And I totally get where he's coming from. It is deeply fucking frustrating. It really is. And no matter how you explain this to me, it'll never make sense. What a letdown. On the LA County announcing that it'll reimpose an indoor mask mandate regardless of your vaccination status beginning Saturday night at 11:59 p.m. And I said, we need to start vaccine passports 100%. You don't get to go out if you're not getting the vaccine. Most European nations are already doing this. Do this, or you can leave. This language is very dangerous. Doesn't matter what it's pertaining. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. You know what else is dangerous? Having new variants of COVID kill people. I mean, I think. 110 years ago, vaccination was compelled by the state, he says, but there's no effort taken by the government to ensure that vaccines on the market were safe and effective. At the turn of the 20th century, little to no regulations governing the pharmaceutical industry. Many people were forced to receive the vaccine most of the time against their will.